lefty, if I was a right foot forward slalom skier, I mean, I'd be every year, trying to get the rules changed.
Yeah.
But, as a lefty, I just let it ride.
All right, well, here comes Freddie Winter at 35 off. And Fred, best hair of the weekend here.
Yeah.
Casey Wilson was here, might be a different story, but Fred has got some nice curly locks flowing behind him as he takes down 35, no problem. Jill Howard giving a shout out to Freddie Winter. Come on, Freddie. Kevin Lindell loving the webcast and giving a big shout out for Nick. Go Nicky Parsons, as well as Fred Winter. So Kevin, I don't know if there is a right answer, but something to marinate on while we watch Freddie go through or try to get through 38. From Tom Woods, what's the bigger advantage in slalom, height or strength? And we'll get back to that here soon. But here comes Fred Winter, 38 off the line. And he is ripping that good Nano NXT through the course. And, hey, we got two good skiers battling it out against each other right now. So, either way, Team Good's going to win in one respect, but either way, they're going to lose in one respect, too. So
exactly.
Dave Good down there on the shore, not sure. He's probably rooting for a tie and somehow the tie to actually let both of them go through. Someone who could potentially run the course, you got to have some strength. I mean, so you've got to have that in you. You can't just go out, never have worked out a day in your life, and expect to run it, even if you're 7 feet tall.
Right.
So you've got to have some aspect of strength. Now, going back to the height issue, as you said, in the women's side of things, you're right. You look back at Nick Camille Duval, Jennifer Leachman,
Tony Neville.
They were all, if not 6 foot, right there at it. Whereas now, Karen, not real tall. Brienne, definitely on the shorter side of things as well, but right there at the top of the game.
Yeah.
And then on the men's side, generally they're at least 6 foot. You have your Terry Winters and your Marcus Browns. Carlo Elias, not the tallest guy there, but he's 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
So, there's no right answer to that question, but there's definitely a debate could happen.
Yeah.
But we're getting to 39 off right now with Fred Winter. Ooh, a stumble there at 1 for Fred. And coming around 2. Fred.
Come on, Fred.
Got to do some work here, getting himself
Go
around
on, son.
4, scrapping it around 5. Oh my, he gets around 6.
Oh, bloody hell.
Freddie with that 135. I don't know how he did that, but I think it was all those people in the UK cheering him on, sending the good vibes over.
I kind of noticed he has a little bit of a temperament of what I kind of remember as Curtis Shears, where never gets real excited. Doesn't matter how bad the situation is. He's not panicking. He's not throwing his shoulder down and going. He knows, hey, all I got to do, get my hands on the handle, point the tip over there, do what I do. I'm going to get there. The amazing thing is with 3 fairly average 135 turns there, did you notice from our vantage point where we're sitting here how much space he still had before the 5th buoy? He knows he can rely on that onside turn, and he's doing it. But incredible temperament, and honestly reminds me a little bit of what we saw out of Nate yesterday, where he had about 2 poor turns at 41 and still ran that pass because he knows, don't worry, when the line comes tight, I'm going to get the ski across the lake, I'll be okay.
From their scores yesterday, so it's anybody's game right here. A couple shout-outs online. Amy Schroeder giving a shout-out to her brother Steve Schroeder, who got runner-up in our Masters Men event early this morning. Love from your sister. Thanks for watching, Amy. As well, Freddie, we got a question for you, which we'll get to in a bit, from Pavle something that I can't read the last name. But we'll get to that question here. But we got 41s coming up here for Fred and T-Gas. Looking at the boats on the monitor.
Oh, this doesn't look good. I just saw a handle get thrown in the boat, and both skiers on the back.
All right.
T-Gas has his ski off.
T-Gas has the ski off, and we'll see if we can't get an official word here. I'm not sure, but looks like T-Gas.
No, they're not going in. They're going to do a simulation pass here. So maybe a camera went down.
For who?
So
I've been doing this for almost 10 years now, and I've never ever seen this before.
No, and obviously it was a very nice 38 off. We thought that looked nice.
And we were saying that was one of the nicest ones we've seen all weekend. Thomas, understandably not probably the happiest camper in the bunch right now.
No, but as a veteran, he knows, hey, he knows what to do here. And I mean, here's the thing: this isn't really working out to Fred's advantage either. Now,
yeah,
obviously,
it's a lot longer.
Yeah, obviously Thomas is in. Obviously, Thomas is drawing the shorter straw here. Don't get me wrong; he's got to go run 39 now. Put his bindings back on, make sure everything feels right. But at this point in time, you've got Fred sitting down here on the back of the boat. Was ready for his 41 off. Now he's going to have an extended time. Looks like he's staying in his binding. So this could, I'm not. Obviously, this is not something that Thomas wanted to happen, but he's got to go out here now, do his job, and then we kind of see what's the end effect here.
What happened has happened, and that's that. And Thomas has got to realize that he can't get mad. He can't do anything. He's got to go out there. He knows he can run 39.
Absolutely.
A minor hiccup here, but
in all seriousness, that official. There's a lot going down on the ends there. I'm absolutely positive that the official is just crushed by what's happened.
Yeah.
So, that's worked out. Thomas has gone out there, done his job.
But this is where you said, yes, Thomas had to go out and run that pass again, but for Fred Winter, looking at it from his direction, he's not going out at a cold 41. But it's a good 3-4 minutes, and you say, oh, it's just 3-4 minutes off. Well, this is 41 off, folks.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to keep the adrenaline, you got to keep the muscles moving, and 3 to 4 minutes in between is could take an effect. Whereas Thomas Gaspari now, he's going to have a standard time wait.
Exactly, and the worst thing you can do to a slalom skier or a skier in general is change that rhythm.
Yes.
At all costs, you don't want to have them sitting on the end waiting or whatever. So Fred is, but hey, maybe he's young enough here that he can just focus on what he's doing and go get his job done. That's what we're going to need to see out of him.
All right, well, he's put up some huge scores in the past few weeks. He, I believe, got a runner-up spot at the Europeans last weekend. Let's see what he can get at 41. And stumbles around 1, and don't believe he gets around 2. So Fred Winter, 1 buoy at 41 off. And Freddie, what was it the weight? I don't know. We'll never know.
We'll never know. Yeah, we'll never know.
But, he skied real well yesterday. You saw the ski kind of stuttered around 1, chattered around 1 right there, and unable to keep it moving and get himself around 2. So at this point, Thomas DeGasperi now just needs to get his good ski around 2 ball to move on.
Yeah, and you look at this, and you certainly look at this in 2 different ways. And if you're a Fred Winter fan, you feel like, wow, he just got the short end of that straw. If you're Thomas DeGasperi fan, you look at it and say, wow, what a short straw. He had to run, 2:38s and then run 39. So, like you said, and it's not done yet. I mean, Thomas is not advanced at this point in time. He's still got to go do his job. And but the question still is there, and in terms of how did that affect Fred? Did it affect him at all? Maybe we can get him up here and kind of ask him. It'll be very interesting to see his perspective from that. So
okay, well here we go. T-Gas needs to get any part of 2 ball to move on. He did it twice yesterday, and here we go. Thomas DeGasperi around 1, just enough to get around 2, and seasoned veteran, did what he needed to do, and he's going to move on to the next round. So congrats to Thomas for moving on. This is barring it. I don't know if there's if Fred can go and
he's done all the right things. I feel for him. I do. It was a tough way to go out, but great skiing, and obviously not the last of that young man we're going to see. He's going to see a lot of podiums and probably win quite a few events in his day.
All right, so we'll get to our next round. Brad, who do we got in the next round, Freddie?
We're going to put the Tower versus the wily veteran Thomas DeGasperi.
Gary, it reminds me of the first time I saw Take That. Honestly, thank you so much.